and what are the most commonly used operation on string. So string is a data type that is used to store data, and that is in double quotation, whether there is a single character A, B, C, or number 1, 2, 3, 4, or all mean more number like 250, 280, or like series of number at a time, but that must be in double quotation. And if we write something in double quotation in JavaScript, that would be considered as a string. We will define a few examples of string, that how we can use a string, and what are the most commonly used operation that is used with the string. So let's define one string. We'll define string my name, like we'll say our name is we'll define it MB creative programmer, like MB creative programmer. If you are new, so we have uploaded to more than 2 or 3 or 4 videos on data type, that what is data type, how we can declare it, how we can define it. We'll paste link in the description, and if you're new in the channel, please subscribe it. Now come to topic, that what is string. A string is a data type that is used to store sentences, or whether that is used only one M, or that is used to store B, but there must be in double quotations. And if we write console.log, now we'll just take output of this, and we'll then apply some most common operation on it. That how we can apply some most common operation on. So our name, and our name we will write semicolon. As I told you, it is not necessary that we use semicolon at the end. We'll just we'll try to find output. So MB creative programmer, this is output of this whole entire program. Now we will write some most commonly used example of it. First, we have to write we have to do concatenation. If string can be concatenated with one, or string can be with a number, or string can be concatenated with the next string. So how we can concatenate it? We'll write example of this string concatenation. We will do string concatenation like first we will do with numbers. We have to assign it with we'll assign it with something like A. We will assign it with A, and after A we will write our name, and with our name we'll assign it MB creative programmer, and we will say that is best. We'll write is best. So is best, and is best we have write as best mean MB creative programmer, and A equals to our, mean this is with a plus symbol, and in the plus symbol we write is best is used, that MB creative programmer is best, and this best is used for concatenation, means string, and this is also considered string because this is value that is stored in this string. So string concatenation, this is all about your string concatenation. String concatenation will write will just find output of this, that A, we will just write A. So the A, we will write A. Now we will take output of this. As I told you, it is not important that we are putting semicolon at the end, or we are not putting, just we will try to find output of this with now come here, and MB creative programmer is the best. So this is all about your string concatenation. You can concatenate number with it too. No, we will write some number like 9090, and we'll just do one thing, that 9090, but this is also considered string, because anything that is in between two quotations, that will be considered string. So now we have to write concatenate this string with the number. It can be concatenated with the number 2, and now just take output. This would be 90. Now if we will do one more try, that if we want to add something with this 90, we'll write something like this. This is also considered. Now this is a concatenation. This is string and this is numbers. These numbers are concatenation, but in this, if we check this plus sign, so it is not a concatenation. It would be considered as addition of these two number, and after addition it will be concatenated with this. So MB creator programmer, and this number is being given to you in the console output, so that would be considered your concatenation. Now if you want to find some specific index number of the above string, like we will write a, the same we will write, we'll write one more b, and with b we will write our name, and our name would be like this. So this would be 0, as you better know that indexing is start in from 0. In normal life we start something from 1, but in programming language that is being started from 0. So after, if we run it and here, so we will come here and we will write b here. So what would be given here would be given, here would be given, here would be given m. So m is in the index position, is the index position 0. M is the beginning of this variable. So this is how we can find index number. So what is the what is the advantage of this? We can change this m, and we will write with m we will write, sorry, not, yes, we will do one thing, that equals to we will write, instead of m we will write n, and if we print this again, and so here you can see, you can find n here. And if we again, if we just do one thing, that our name, we print out our name. So our name, so let's see if that is changed or not. MB is changed to, let's see, no, that is not changed, but it has to be changed. Why it is not changed? Anyhow, but that is a way how to you can change find a specific number and change it. And we can do one thing more. If we assign here like some string value, some character m, so let's see if it is giving us or not, if it is giving us an index position or not. Let's see, we'll just print out b in the console. Or just see, that is undefined. B is undefined because we did not define. But why it is okay, we'll do this with like this index, how we can find index, and we'll try to find index in this, our name, and we will write just m here, if it is giving us index position or not. Oh, sorry, not with the, this is not, sorry, yes, come here and print, yes, why did again undefined, why it is not giving us this? We'll check it if it is being given with this, or this is given with 0 and undefined. 2 times it is giving us undefined, and this time, this time consider error because it is undefined 2 times. And so this is the way how we can find specific index position. We'll do just one thing more, our name dot index of, and index of we will write m, index of m, we will write index of m. Let's see if it is giving us index of or not. Yes, it is giving index of 0. So mean m is in the index position 0. We will write p in the index position, that what is the index position of p? So that is the index position 11, because we can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and this is in the index position, sorry, not 1 from 0, so it been considered as in the index position 11. But if we mean this is something that we define, that here is present, m is also present, and r is p is also present. Let's write capital O, which is not present in this. That what would be the reaction of the terminal? Just see that how, yes, -1 mean -1 is not present. So if something is not present in the index position, so that is all about if something is not present in the index position or in the string, so it is being not giving. Thank you for watching. Hello friend, in this video I will teach you what is data type and how we use it and why we use it data type, and later on we'll discuss about variable, that what is variable, how we declare it, how we initialize it and assign value to it, and how what are the 3 ways we are using our variable and how we use it. So let's start. So the most commonly data type are used in any programming language, that is string and that is numbers. So what is string? First, a data type is used to store any type of data. Mean if we are having a data that is like a sentence, we want to say something, or we want to print in console something, and that is in sentence, so we use string for that. String is used to store data. String is a data type that is used to store sentence, and numbers are used to store numbers. Now we'll start from here. Undefined, which you do not define it right now, and null is used to store, mean null is nothing, and boolean is used to store whether true or false, and string I told you to use to store sentences. Symbols are used to store some special type of symbols. We'll talk about it later in upcoming videos while we are using it. And objects are used to store a lot of different type of key value pair. We'll also talk about later in this while we are using and defining it. Now come to variable. What is variable? A variable is used to store used to store data, like we want to store some numbers, or we want to store some string, whatever we are using to store in our program, and we want to do some we'll say that some addition, subtraction, multiplication. We are using variable for that. So there are 3 types, 3 ways to declare the variable and in JavaScript. We'll just take start from where is used to store a data, whether you want to store it a number or you want to store it string. So we will just write num equals to 90 will write. So this is one way to store. We'll just write var, mean variable, and then we'll write num, mean the giving name, declaring a variable, and after that we will assign it a value. So this is a one way to declare. We can also declare it like just only declaration of that, not assigning any value to it. So this is how we can use this. And the next is variable, and like when we use where, so we can change its value. Like if we write here some other value like 78, so that is also we can change its value. And the next way is we can define variable with let, and let is defined with let. We will take now 1 equals to, we'll write some numbers, and this is a second way. What is the difference between var and what is the difference between let? So var is used to store a data we can use in any part of the program, that num we use, and like var and num we use, so we can define it in any part of the program, while let is used to store a data that is used within a scope where you declare it. Mean in a scope you declare it, we can use here and we cannot use outside of it. We'll talk about it later in the coming video when we are working with it. And one is const. So const, you may know, or if you are having some, what we can say, we will say that you are having before some experience in programming. So const is used to store a const value. Constant value mean a value which cannot be changed. We would define it like this. So a constant or a const is used for constant. So a constant is used to store a value which can never be changed in the whole life of program. Like we would say that where num. So if we where num, we define it once again and we change its value, like num equals to whatever value we provide it. It's not a matter, right? So that is used. Now we can change value, and while we cannot change value in this, now we can change value, like from 90 we declare it like this, and this is second way. Just I told you that you can use it, and let is something I told you that use in the scope where you declare it. And now come here, the difference between where and the difference between const. The value of where variable can be changed and the value of const cannot be changed in the whole life of program. Now if somebody tells you that what is declaration of a variable and how we can declare it, so we can declare a variable. Just I told you that if we remove this assignment operator and we declare a variable, we just write a where and we write name to it, or we have given name to it. So it is a type of declaration. We can declare a variable or we can give name to variable. It will occupy space in the memory, and when we assign equal and after equal, look into this, if we just assign equal, so it will give us error, because we need to assignment operator is used. When we put assignment operator, we need to use some value, whether that is string, whether that is whatever that is, but we need to assign it as a value. First we will assign it like this, value will assign it 89, and later on we will just define one more variable with, like we'll use our name. So in our name we will define a string value, like we will say that MB and creative programmer, like MB creative programmer. Now one thing more, if we write a semicolon at the end of each sentence or in each line, so we can write it, it's not a matter. But if we want to remove it, so it is still not a problem and it will not give us a problem. But it is good practice to write semicolon, because you would have easy clear understanding that if we use it, so it means that we have finished our sentence. You will not be having a problem. So that was all about how we can declare what is data type, how we can declare variable, and 3 ways, and we'll talk about it later, that how we use var, how we use let, and how we use const. And this is a string, so it is easy, not that much tough. But if you want to just look into this, and I told you before in a previous video that if you want to write some comments are those texts that are ignored by a compiler. So you can, if you want to write single line comments, so you can write like this. You can to backslashes, and if you want to do on the easy way, and if you in any programming language, if you do not know how to write comments, so just control and slash, you just press slash with it, it will consider as your comments. Like we'll do in the next way, control and backslash, control and backslash. You will just write control and backslash. That will be considered in any programming language. If you do not know how to write commands, you can press control and backslashes. It will be all automatically your commands. And if you want to write like multi-line command, there are two type of commands. So you can write with slash and static symbol. You can see that the entire thing is been considered command. But if you want to write your command up to this, so you can again press static and slash backslash. So it will be considered your commands, and this part is now not a command. And later on, if you want to print something on console, so in the previous video, if you did not watch that, I will recommend you and paste the link in the description. You should watch that. You will be having clear concept that how you can write something if you want to write in the console. So you will write console, it automatically comes console.log, and after log our name, and after our name, this is your this is your console part, and just click here and come here, right, with run without debug, and it has been started. But later on it then continues. Now it will work. Yes, we'll open a new terminal, and we'll come here, we'll come to this part, and this is, you can see that this is MB Creative Programmer. So it is all about how you can write what is data type, how you can write variable, how you can assign value to it, what is assignment operator, how you can print something on it in a terminal, how you can write command, multi-line and single line command. So that was all about, guys, that about your data type of variable. If you are new in this channel, please subscribe it and press like. That will help us in a coming video, because we are going to make video for you, and this is a complete list of JavaScript. So be with us, and thank you for watching. In this video I will teach you declaration of variable and initialization of variable, and some most commonly used operation on these variables. As variables and data type, we have uploaded videos, and this is a complete playlist. If you are new, subscribe it and check that videos. So let's start it. As in a previous video I told you that we can declare a variable with where, and we will just declare it with just giving a name to a variable, like we have assigned a to a variable. So it means declaration of variable. Are we declare a variable, and are we give name to our variable. Later on we just put assignment operator. We need to assign value to our variable, and this is initialization, which is initial value of our variable. We will just assign it 5, and later on we will declare one more variable with the name b, and we will assign it a value of 6, right? So this is two times we declare a variable with name a and with name b. So this is a, and this is given name to variable, and this is assigned value to a variable. As initialization of variable mean giving value to it, like we have assigned it a value of 5. So this is a value, and one more we will declare one more variable, and this time we will assign a string value to it. A string value is we have to assign, just first declare it, and now we will assign a value to it. We will say that MB and Creative Programmer. So we have assigned a string value to it, mean under quotation we use a sentence, or we use more character or alphabet, so that is considered a string. Whatever is, if we just write M and that is in middle of two quotation, so that would be considered string in any programming language. So this is A, we declare 5 to it and we declare 6 to it, but this is initial values of this. Now we will change the value and we will just do some most commonly used operation on this, and we will also just write A and we will define with equals to A plus 10, right? So this is same. Here is store 5 is store, and here we have store already. We have store 5 in it, and in this we will store 10 is we have assigned it a 10 more value. Mean 10 is being assigned. It will be considered as 15 if we print the output. Now we will define B, and with B equals to B with will plus it, also will plus with it 10. So after this addition it will give us 16, because here we have given value to it 6 and here we have given value to it 5. And now we will just do one thing more. Will equals to C equals to C plus, and we will just write some string value, and this string value will be stored in this. So MB creative programmer string, so this is known as string concatenation. If we apply this thing here, so it will add, it will do some addition for us, will give some value, and if we do the same thing here, so it will be considered a string concatenation. So that is how we will, now we will try to to console us something that we give result to us. So in a previous video I told you that we will just write console and log. After console and log we will put only C, put semicolon. Semicolon is not important here also, and in the above all the code it is not as important, but we are using it is a good practice, because we know that this is end of each line and this is end of this line and this is end of this string. So now we will write click on run and debug. Now come here, it will give us result, but here is no space. We'll put some space here. This is not a matter if there is space or not, but we'll just do this, and sorry for this. Now this is fine. It will give us space, but here also we will put some, it will be considered string. Now this will give us some space between these sentences. Now you can see MB creative programmer and this is string. So this is all about how we can declare a variable, initialize a value to it, and some operation in it. Now if we want to rewrite console and log and we put just A in this, it will give us what? If we just console it, it will give us 10, and 5 it will give us 15, and now their output would be 15. You can clearly see that here comes 15. If we apply some more operation in this, if we write here addition, subtraction, whatever you are doing, we can do there. If we just multiply it and again run it, what will be the result? Let's see, and this is 50, because 5 times 10 equals to 50, so it is given us a value of 50, and you can apply more operation in this as well. If you want to write something like, you can concatenate string with integer value, like we will here put plus sign, and this will be consider. Now we'll do one thing, one more. We'll write here, we'll write here equals to, and we'll put plus, and we'll write this is our result. And if we just console and debug without, this is our result. And the same here is no space, but a space, I told you how you can put a space. You will put one more plus, and it will be considered a string concatenation. And now if you console and output, it will give us result completely. So this is all about, guys, how you can declare a variable, how you assign initial value, and how you can apply some most commonly used operation on this variable. So that was all about guys, variable, and there are some few operation. Thank you for watching. In this video I will teach you case sensitivity in variable in JavaScript. In JavaScript, if you want to write some variable, but that would be case sensitive. If you write some variable in first time you declare it, and in the second time in the same time of variable you declare with the same, will give you some example that will clear your mind that how variable can be a case sensitive. So let's start. If we write a and we declare a variable like this, and the second time we will declare some other variable like b, and the third time we'll declare some other variable like c. Fine. Okay, so this is a declaration of variable, but the name should be case sensitive. How case sensitive? If this is a small a, means small letter, and if you write it some next time you write it with the capital, so these two will be considered different. Like if we write some var and we write a, so this mean it is different than this a, because this a is different than this. How? Will initialize value and will give some output, but later on we have to know something. Will take 3 examples, so you that would be really clear to you. People will assign or will define one more variable b, and the same time will assign one more variable c, but this is different. These all are different in this. How? Just will assign value to it, will assign value to it. We should not assign value to it, and we should assign value to this 90, and to this we will write assign sorry, not minus, is equals, and to this we will assign value like 89, and to this we will assign some string value like mb. We will write mb creative and programmer. So fine. Okay, if we write these, so this thing will be considered, this a and this a will be considered different than each other. We'll just do one thing, we'll write something in the console. Sorry for that. We'll write console dot log, and now if we write here a and we run with debug, and you should see the answer here. Now wait for it. Yes, 90. So this is 90, and if we consider this 90 and the same time we assign here value 80, and here we do one thing like a, so this a would be printing 80, not 90. Yes, 80. So it means variable name should be case sensitive. This a small and this a capital, these both will be considered different than each other. Like here we will assign some value, the same string, like we'll in mb, and we'll write creative programmer, we'll write MB creative programmer and we'll put semicolon. It is, as I told you, it is not as important. If you do put it, if you do not, it will be not matter for you people. And we'll do here one thing. Well, just one time we'll write capital, and for next time we will write to this plus, and this will be concatenation. And now we should put here like with a space. Now we will run it. Here you can clearly see, guys, that this MB is a capital and this MB is a small. If we look it here, like, sorry, if we look at here, MB with capital A, capital C, and this MB is with small c, this would be considered different than this one because this is case sensitive. And this is in JavaScript, when we declare a variable, the variable will be case sensitive. When we defining a variable, we have to take care about that is case sensitive. And if we write it different than the first one, and our mean is to write the same, so it would be considered different. So there was all about case sensitivity, guys. This is how we can write a variable and how this is a case sensitive, and this is considered as string concatenation. I told you before is, and here we put some title to it and with the two slashes, and that is considered comments, because we also upload video about comments, then how you can write comments and some more things as well. And it's complete. Hello friend, in this video I will teach you what is array, why we use array, what are the elements of array, what are the indexes of array, what is the purpose of array, how we can access array elements, how we can modify it, what is nested array, and array concatenation with strings, modification of array, indexing, checking, and some other common operation. And the heading has been given here, like what is array, we will cover this topic, what is how we can access element of array, what is nested array, and what about concatenation of array, and some other type of most commonly used operation with array, modification, indexing, and push, pop, etc. And later on we will discuss what is multi-dimensional array and how we can use array like we want in our daily life. So what is array? Array is used to store large amount of data. Like if you want to store some number of some students, so at a time if we declare a separate variable for each student, so it will require more variable. Like we need to store more than 10 students record in our record, so that will be using array is easy, because array is easy than using variable etc. Because once we declare array and we just put lots of amount of data in array without having any problem. So we will discuss how we can use and how we can access. But if you are new in this channel and this is your first video, and the video is about JavaScript, so we have uploaded a list of video on the same channel. So if you are new, please subscribe and press the bell icon that we are making video, and you will get notification around. So what is array? Arrays are used to store large amount of data. We'll just cover that with examples, so it will be clear, practical example, so it will be clear to you that how you can make array and how you can use array. So array we will use, we will define an array with variable 1, where we will just name it we'll just write with my array, and then you have to put just equal sign. If you remember that if you are having some previous knowledge about C++, in C++ there was not, array was not like this, but in JavaScript array is written like this. We do not declare the size of array in C++ or C#. In some other languages we define a size of array, and later on we put element the same as we declare it. But in JavaScript that is array is same like in Python we use list. And one most important thing, that it is not homogeneous, that we can store multiple type of data, like we store numbers, we store floating numbers, and we store strings. So what are these things? We have discussed these all things before, and we have uploaded video. Try to check that. That would be also, we tried our best. That would be helpful to you. That now we are going to store some numbers, and we are going to store some strings, numbers, etc. So how? We will just write 90, and after 90 we will write a single character, we'll write just single character M, and then we will try to write like some string values. So in string value we will write MB, and later on we will declare some floating point value. So in floating point 90 plus 00 will declare. Just if you want to put a semicolon, I told you several times that it is not important to put, but it is a good practice, because when you are working with arrays or some other stuff, so it will be clear to you that the line has been finished, and you will start from new line. So that was all about how we can declare array and how we use array in now if you want to store some important, like we will say in colleges or school or university, we are using some record in our array, like we will define it. You can also define with const. Fine, you can also define with const, which is what we can say, we have uploaded video on it as well, that what is const, variable, etc. Fine. So const my our array, we will store our array, right? Our array we will store our array, and in sorry for that, our array and our array, but the same, the method is the same. Like we will say that we will write just id, and id we will write id equals id, and then we'll write just we'll put some number 12, and the next thing will write just grade A will write. And if we want anything to write like some floating numbers, so we can also store there and put semicolon. Now if we want to just give this all thing in the console, so how we can do that? So as I told you, that's simple. You can write console and log. After log you should write my array. First we'll try my array, right, and later on we will try to write our array. So come here, and there are some other ways, but it is easy. So now come here, it is printed. Now look at this, 90 and M and MB and 90. So that is how about we declare array and how we can get elements in console. Now we will try to do one more as well in our array, that what is a result of our array, and our array will give us result about that 90, id and 12, etc. These were all about how we can declare arrays. Now if we want array to access some specific element, and want to some a specific element or check some indexing, so now come to the next topic. Next topic is how we can access array. So as I told you, this is a simplest way that we access array, that easy way that we access array. Like we just put console.log, and console.log we just paste it here, and again if we write like this, so you can see you get the result. Now this is all how we can store array in element and how we can access it. Now if you want to write some array mean without having any value in array, you can also do that. Like we will just define where we will just give it name A, and with A we will give equal sign, and after equal sign we'll give just square braces, and after square we put semicolon. But that is how we can define empty array. So that was about empty array. You can even do one thing. If you want to just write numbers instead of this, just only numbers, you can also do that. If you want to write string, only string, you can also do that. And if you want to write some character only, just you can also do that. And how we can access, so this is a simplest way to access array. Now if you are interested to bring some specific, or to take some specific element or change it, we'll cover it later. But now we have to just give a small touch to it, that your mind is prepared for that in coming time in the same video. So if we want to access some specific element from this array, we will write just one where, and we will give name to it b, and after b we will write my array, and in my array we will give some specific index number 0. Like if we want to access 0, so 0 is located in this in the index position 0, because the indexing start from 0, and in each programming language, when you're talking about array, so array indexes start from 0. Now if we run this, instead of this we run just only b. So how we can run that? Just come to run and run debug, and come here, it is a result. 90 has been given a result, but this is this 190, because this 90 is located in the index position 0. So this is how we can access a specific element of array. Now if you want to just check some indexing number, we'll cover it, because we have written here that how we can check indexing position etc in the same video, right? But now come to nested array. What is nested array? So guys, a nested array is array within array. When you use one array in between the second array, just in a square braces, we use we want to write the same array in one array. So how we can do that? We can do by just writing, we will write a type of array that, like, we will write var, and in var we will write nested array, right? Just we will put nested, that it have clear to us that now we have to just copy these things, right? We can write, but we will just take this, that you have clear concept that how nested array will work. So we will put just here, and after this we will write comma, and after this we will write the next one, and after this we will write the next one. So this is all about how you can write nested array, and it is having some benefit that you can use nested array and how it works. So that is all about nested array. At the same, we will try to just console it for once, that you get a clear understanding of this nested. And nested, we just write this nested, and now run it. That if when we run it, we get a result that look array, but here is something different. Look at the result. The result is that we are having 4 element in one array, 4 element in next array, and 4 element in next array. So that was how we can write nested array in JavaScript, and it is having some benefit. We'll discuss it later, and it will help you a lot when we are going to do some project in this, and we are going to start then after is that React. So you will find a lot of help from this video and from this our course, because we are trying to cover this course and later on we start React. So it will be helpful. It is a way to React. If you clear this, you will be having no problem in coming time, right? So now array, nested array, that was all about nested array. So that is a way that we can write nested array, how to access it with a specific element or something else. So it will be discussed in coming in this video, but in coming topic, because we have written multi-dimension array, we'll try to cover multi-dimension array in this video. And now come to what is array concatenation. So what is array concatenation? I think that will be clear. The all topic above will be clear to you people. Now come, what is array concatenation? As I told you, that concatenation means to concatenate two arrays or two string, but that would be not in the case of numbers, because number, when we concatenate numbers, so that would be not a concatenation, that would be a sum. We'll give a sum result, because that would be considered as addition. Now come here. that we will simply do one thing. We have to not write some new array, just we have to do where, and with where we will write just we will write concatenation. We will write conc, right? Con. So after this we will do one thing, array, my array, and after my array and your array. So we will write my array, just come and put a plus symbol, and after plus symbol you should write our array. So if we write our array and my array, and after this our array and my array, we just put console, and after console dot log, and after console dot log we will write what? We will write con, because con we use to just here come down, because C is a capital. And now just put semicolon. If you're putting on dot, I told you that's not a matter. Come here and just we will find the result down here. Now you can see that 9090 MB and ID etc, and ID and these are two arrays. Well, why we are not getting any space? If you want to take some space, so you can do simple by putting this column, because that is considered a string, but empty string, as that is being considered empty string, so that will bring some space between your arrays. And that is, now you can see ID and something else. If you want to completely bring some more as well, so you should write 2, you can write more than 2, you can write 3, for it's up to you. If you just want to check it, it is not as important, but as for your information, just to clear to you that we can, now you can find both the array. One is from here to here, and next is from here to here. So that was about how we can concatenate array. Now we can do one thing, as I have mentioned, that array concatenation with string. So how we can do that? Simple, as we will if you are going to write some variable or not, you are doing the same in that, that is not a problem. If you just write here and not if you are not writing here, so you can write in the next variable too, but we will try to do on both the method. The first method is we will write a variable, like we will write a variable and we will write a string, and string con, with me con mean concatenation, string concatenation with array. And after this we will write we'll try to write one string, and the string should be just, we will copy concatenation of array with string, fine. And after copying this, we'll try to put this here, not here, just we'll try to put it here, and with control V, and just we'll write in semicolon, right? And after this, writing the semicolon, and after writing this thing, we'll try to just write this one, because it is multi-dimensional. Oh no, we will try to write just this one to clear to you. We will write here string, and string conc, and plus, and then this yes, we will write this is also okay, fine. And then we will try to cover string and string conc, and string conc, it will give us a result. It will be a string concatenation with array. That how we can concatenate string with array? You can see concatenation of array, concatenation of array. What is the problem here? You can see the result. We have written just look at this concatenation of array concatenation. Instead of writing something else, we just have written this, but it is not okay, right? We will try to cover, we will try to write here we'll try to write here our array or your array or whatever you are writing, your own name or whatever. Okay, our array. So in our array, now if we see the result, there will be clearly defined here. Look at this, our array of concatenation of array with the string id, name, and that is the same array as been declared here. You can see like this and this. So that was all about concatenation. Now the second method, if you are not going to write this method and it's look like larger method to you, you can have more method as well that you can write array too. So we will try to write array like this with we'll copy this just, and we will paste it here, right? Okay, as it is also about concatenation with making space in concatenation of array, we'll try to just put it here. We'll clear first this. We'll try to clear this. No, we'll not clear this. We'll try to cover okay, we'll do one thing first. We'll write with the string conc, and with string conc we'll write plus and we'll equals, and after this we'll write this. So it will be all about, we'll just cut it here from here, and we'll paste it here to clear it, and that is a type of, it will not create any problem for you people. And now if we just write con, and with concatenation it means concatenation. So now if we see the result will be you can see the result, this concatenation with a string, and that is all about there was two arrays. So in two array we use this thing. Now we will try to cover the next method how we can use array concatenation. So just remove this, and instead of writing this pasting in the variable, you just copy it and you just paste it here. And now try to run it. After running this, you will see the result that now you can see. So that was a third way of concatenation array, that how you can concatenate array and concatenate with choose array or concatenating array with the string. Now we'll try to come to this next topic, that how we can modify array. Modification of array mean to use some most commonly example in array, most commonly operation in array, how we would do that. And we will try to just for this time we'll remove the console, so you will be not having any problem. Control and slash, with control slash in any language that will be considered as your array, that will be consider your comment. What is comment? We have already uploaded video on comment, that what actually comment and how we can use. There are two types, multi-line and single line. If you want to check it, we uploaded video, you can check there. We'll put link in the description. Now if we run it, just first for this time we have to run it, and we'll get nothing, because we have done we have already commented this the thing that give us outputted. So that has been commented. So now come to concatenation. After concatenation string, now come to this topic, that how we can modify, how we can check index, and what is the purpose of checking index, and how we can change the number that is stored in element, and use what is the advantage of push, and what is the advantage of pop. So a push you can we will use this empty array, and I will show you that what is the use of this push, and how we can cover this empty array with this push function. So now come to that what is modification of array. Now if we try to just do this all thing with example, we will be having clear mind that what is array modification, indexing, and this all thing. Later on we'll try to cover the multi-dimensional array. Now come, what is modification array? So we will I will teach you that what is a modification. We have I told you in the I will give touch in this video, but in some few minutes before. And now come, what is modification array?